Hello and welcome back. I am Supercat and this in front of you is Buckingham Palace in Lego. Since you've last seen it, it has grown substantially. So today I'll take you on a tour of the improvements I've done and tell you what I'm going to do in the future. So let's start. Here in front of you is the main site most people see of the palace. I am going to be moving around whilst doing this. This is the main archway, and in front of the archway you have the Field Marshal and the General of the Guard. You have the Head Knight, a ceremonial knight of all castles. You have the Lionhearts represented here, their kingdom, the Tech Kingdom, more of the Crown Lion Kingdom, Vikings, the Band of the Royal Guards, the Falcons, and finally the Dragon Knights. There are other kingdoms in my universe, in my city, in my castles, palace, whatever you want to class what I have in my city. There will be castles eventually, but this is in my city, the Seven Kingdoms Palace, in real life, Buckingham Palace. On the palace you have the Duke of Edinburgh, and all thoughts go out to the royal family, and especially Her Majesty, around this time. And above you have the Union Jack flying at full mast now. And from last time you saw this palace, this right corner was a lot smaller, and now it's a lot more complete, and I'll show you the side view. It now has more detail to it than last. It has all its windows in. Improvements will go ahead. For example, down here, this here is actually a door. So a ramp and a door has to be added. And this actually has to come out a bit further to give more room and more accuracy. Over here, as I did say last time, the windows have been added on both sides, as you can see, just barely around here. Now, as you can see down there, that section hasn't been completed. That will be my next task, and then to carry on through the back. I have started to do interiors as well. Here is, these are not 100% accurate interiors, so as the back will be closer to accurate, the front, as you are not allowed in there, I'm just guessing and improvising. As in the middle, I will show you a room that's not there. But over here, you have a conference room with all the generals. They just sat gently there, as I was just figuring out who would go where at the time of putting these down. As you can see, in my kingdom, you have the Crown Lions and Lionhearts as the top kingdoms, and obviously the British royal family are part of this. They will go probably in one of those two seats. My minifig, who is now in the city at the minute, will sit in that seat there. On the left, you have the Tudors, you have the Vikings, you have the Dragon Knight King, you have the Tech Kingdom King and Queen, the Falcon's King, the General, the Deputy Head of the Police Force, the Air Force, the Fire Brigade, the Pope, who is also from partially minifigs for me. I believe that's no. But I have done some additions to the figure, like adding the pauldron, the staff, and putting him into more a skirt piece, which is not that recent of a piece, but not too old of a piece. Here are 2 guards protecting this room, an extra guard. You then have guards of honour who hold the Lion Knights Kingdom flag, the royal sword, the royal sceptre. You here have the Archbishop, the 2 guards for the Pope, the priest, and following up you go to the main Treasury room. On this side you have a hall which has 2 guards protecting it. This is a very heavily guarded room, obviously, as this is where a lot of the important artifacts are. Over here you have the lion, that was the Crown Lion's flag, and this is the Lion Heart flag, and also the kingdom that rules this building. And I also use this flag when transporting Her Majesty the Queen of England in her carriage. Over here you have some pictures, the Royal Ensign, you have the Holy Grail, as that is in this palace, my version of the palace. In here is to contain the Ark of the Covenant, and yes, in this world they have found the Ark, and it is heavily protected by the Yeoman Guard, the Yeoman Warders, also known as Beefiers. In here would have the flag, and other trinkets will go here. And this one has the ceremonial crown. Over here has the red gem that, if you know Adventurers theme, you would know that, which the Pharaoh kept and Baron von Baron tried to steal, and he's also in this world. Over here you have other trinkets, that's where the staffs go, the sword, and yes, more goblets, a gold figure. I may replace him with part. I may also add another one in this room, using the parts that are coming out with the Harry Potter figures. Just some random pictures. And here's the flag for the United Kingdoms of Kingdoms of the 7 different kingdoms that unite, and mostly the Lion Hearts, as they are the main kingdom, but the one that I've got more of is the Crown Lions, so that's who also mainly rule in this palace. Over here will be the royal residence, their rooms. This will be Her Majesty's, this would have been Prince Philip's, guest rooms, and I believe either it's this one or the other one at the end would have the Chinese room. I think it's like a dining room, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, so don't take my word. Over here is the main courtyard, the quadrangle. A small balcony at the back, a lot of troops. Over there, I have a lot more. There's the carriages. Do excuse the mess, as it's a working mock, so figures don't really stand. These are the Royal Guards. They are from Hamleys, so sort of shout out to Hamleys for having these awesome minifigs. And over here you have the piano that represents where the music room is going to be. You have other characters, and in my world you have magic, so wizards for most kingdoms, some jester. This is the crown. This is the Lionheart's throne, and the most secret throne in the kingdoms. Over here are some other thrones. Here is, you may recognise it from one of my posts on Instagram, but this was the fireplace in the Christmas meal. Here are some more of the royal family. Some other the princess of the crowned lions. Here are the two main thrones where the king and queen would sit, or in England it would be the queen and the consort. And yes, that is the palace for now. What I will be doing is obviously increasing that section over there, raising the whole palace back section to its second floor. And yes, it's the second floor as it's a British build. And also improving that corner over there. And adding more tiles down here. So, oh, and also tiling the front, adding that door, and adding any other improvements to the palace. If anyone does have any suggestions to interior parts to the palace, I would happily see if I could add them. So, from me, farewell, be safe, be happy, and this is Supercat signing off. Bye!